Okay, let's look at some very basic editing tools that we've got here inside of Photoshop. So you can click and drag and move these things around if you decide, hey, I want to move this to a different spot, that's not a problem. So I'm just clicking and dragging. That's really easy. I'm going to put that back in the original order. You can also create a new video group, which is like a new layer. So I'm going to create a new video group. And if you wanted to have this on a different layer, you're certainly welcome to do that. There are reasons that you could do this. Like, for example, if you wanted to be able to apply some of the um, some of the styles and keyframes that we'll talk about in a little bit later video, if you wanted to be able to apply those independently of the other videos, this is a reason why you would have a different video group. Okay, I'm going to undo that with Command Z or Control Z if you're on a Windows machine. But you can just know that it's there. You don't have to do that. So those are two things. The next thing that we're going to look at is a ripple delete. That is the official term for it. I don't think that Photoshop actually calls it that. I think it's something different in their terminology. A ripple delete is when you take the end of a video and just kind of hide it because maybe it's too long. So an example of that is I'm looking at this girl, and I'm just going to play it real quick. It takes her a long time to get through things. And we all know that we don't need all of this video to get the idea of what's going on here, right? Okay. So that video clip is how long? It says 14 seconds. Yeah, we don't need 14 seconds worth of a girl walking through a video, walking through a farm door here. So I think I'm gonna go until she takes that big step. You see that? That's where the motion kind of breaks. So I'm gonna go up until maybe there. So I'm gonna hover over the right hand side, and you see how my cursor changed? I get that little bar. That is the sign for that ripple delete. And I'm just going to drag it to where my time indicator is. And now let's watch what happens, okay? You see, it goes right on into that. That's just an idea. Now, obviously, the change from the girl to the lamb is kind of, I think it's a little abrupt. I'm going to move this out a little bit more, I think, so that I'll have a little bit of a transition. Yeah, that looks better to me. We'll talk about transitions in a little bit. Okay, yeah, I like that a little bit better. Now let's take a look at the beginning of this. Now at the beginning of this movie here, this clip here, there's that scene. You see that? They're lying in the field. I don't need that. I want this lamb from right about here. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit, and I'm going to hover over the left-hand side of the lamb, and I'm going to bring this up some. So it just makes for a smoother transition. I don't get that weird scene in between. I think that looks better. So let's look at the end of this. How long is this clip now? That's kind of long too. Yeah. So you see what I mean? Sometimes we just need to get some time off of these clips. Honestly, a tractor in a field is not that interesting. So I'm going to get rid of a little bit of that. I'm going to get rid of a little bit of this. Yeah. This one I'm going to look more at what do I need? What do I not need? This one, I think I'm going to take it up until maybe right about here. Okay, so I like it to right about there. But because I want to show you the next technique rather than just using another ripple technique, a ripple cut, I'm going to show you the split at playhead instead, just because we can. The split at playhead is this little scissor thing, and it's going to do like exactly what you expect. It's going to cut the track right in two. So let's do that. Cut. And see, it's divided it. So now if I wanted to, I can move that part to it. I would have to select just the one. I can move just that part of this to a different one if I wanted to, or I could delete that one entirely. And I think I'm going to do that instead. That will have us moving on directly to our field of green. Okay, so we've looked at several things there. We looked at how to move tracks around. Okay, we've looked at how to reverse the order on tracks. We looked at the ripple delete, and we looked at the split at playhead. Make sure that you know all 4 of those, and I will see you guys in the next video.